Hello friends, are you following Data Bicep? In my previous video, I have discussed how to use AI to get good data analyst job. You can check out the video on the Data Bicep channel. But while artificial intelligence can help you to find a job, write your resume and cover letter, finally you are the one who has to sit in front of the interview. If you are preparing for the next switch as a senior data analyst, make sure you internalize this video very well. Today, I will discuss how big companies conduct data analyst interviews and how you can score well to get the job. And as a bonus, I'll share the secret traps interviewers set and how to avoid those.
Please like, share, subscribe Data Bicep.
If you are applying for a data analyst role at a big company, you are almost guaranteed to go through multiple rounds of interviews. It can range from 3 to sometimes more than 10 rounds. But irrespective of the number of rounds they take, all companies will judge you primarily on 3 parameters. That is, your technical acumen, your logical reasoning skill, and your storytelling capabilities. Typically, in technical round, you get questions to test your SQL skill. So you are asked to write various queries, perform simple, complicated joins, etc. To test your ETL skill, you may face questions around how can you prepare data, maybe using Informatica, Talent, or Cloud Data Factory, depending on what you have written on your resume. Then, on some coding skills, maybe in Python, and some visualization questions in Tableau or Power BI, etc. Sometimes companies do not ask this question straightforward, but ask you to explain a situation where you might have used your technical skill. This is the simplest part. Mostly no traps. But the main objective of this step is to check if you have actually used those tools and you know the syntax reasonably well. The next testing parameter is your logical reasoning skill. Almost all big companies have incorporated this as part of their technical interview rounds. These questions do not have one-liner answers, but mostly a dialogue between interviewer and interviewee. As you grow up in your career ladder, you will see these type of questions are more common. MBA students call this case interview. Here, the questions are typically based on a scenario to check how logically can you think to solve a problem at your hand. Here, you might be given a question like, can you identify the root cause of falling revenue of a company? Or maybe, can you suggest how a particular company can optimize its marketing spend? Or sometimes, few companies can take it to extreme, which may sound completely unrelated to you. Something like, can you estimate how many taxis are running on Bangalore streets? Let me know in the comment section what are the few completely unrelated questions you might have faced in your interview. If you are aspiring to be a true data analyst, you have to prepare for these type of questions because only less than 10% of people can answer these questions properly. And if you can, you have a great chance of cracking the interview then and there. And you know, the most interesting part is that these questions almost never have one right answer. Interviewers check how logical you are in answering these questions. But you have to have a hawk eye for these kind of questions because many times interviewers may not be explicit while asking for these questions. Watch for the keywords like suppose, let's assume, if given an option to you. If you hear these keywords, it's almost guaranteed that you are heading towards a case interview question. And finally, your storytelling capabilities. I'll provide a link to one of my videos where I explained in detail why storytelling is very important for a data analyst. I will suggest watching that. Most interesting part of storytelling is that almost in 99% of cases, it will not be a question. You will be judged all through. The best place to impress with your storytelling capabilities is to answer the very first, seemingly harmless questions. Can you guess what the question is? And that is, tell me something about yourself. The judgment starts right there and stays till the end. Interviewers are human and they take only 3 minutes to form a judgment. So be it the technical question you answer, be it the situation you explain, or be it the final conclusion statement you make, you have to be precise, to the point, and present a clear objective or an engaging opinion. I hope now that you have a fair understanding of what are the parameters of judgment, let me take a 3-second pause and ask you a question. Where do you think people fail the most? You can write that down in the comment section. From my experience of taking hundreds of interviews and counseling many more, I have seen if you are coming from a technology background and having 5, 6, 7 years of experience, it's highly likely that you have prepared very hard to prove your technical acumen. You might have ratified all the technical questions from all sources, but you made one mistake. That is, neglected the other 2 sections completely. And this is the trap. And to prove it, just do a simple exercise. Ask yourself honestly what you have prepared the most for. You will realize that the interview is like a video game. You have to cross the technical question level, but your winning doesn't entirely depend on that. When most people, especially from technology background, think that they have killed the interview, but you don't get job at the end, they fail to realize this. Now, the question is, how can you avoid the trap? To ace an interview, you need to understand that all interviews are not the same. Different companies put different weightage to each of these parameters. Though it varies slightly depending on who is taking the interview, but approximately, if it is a product company, typically they would give 40 to 50% weightage on your technical acumen, approximately 30 to 40% on your logical reasoning, and 10 to 20% on storytelling. But on the other hand, if it's a consulting firm, then they would give approximately 30% on your technical acumen, 30 to 40% on your logical reasoning, and 30 to 40% on your storytelling capabilities. I hope from now, whenever you walk into an interview room for a data analyst role, you will know exactly how you are marked and how you need to slightly vary your answers to match the interviewer's expectation. If you have any experience to share, please put that in the comment section, and don't forget to like the video, because a small like helps this video to reach to a lot of people who might need these informations. So, all the best for your dream job, and I pray that you will be well on your way to acing your data analyst interview. Please subscribe to Data Bicep and click the bell icon to get the weekly updates on the career tips of a data analyst and artificial intelligence. We will meet again next week. Till then, you can watch this video to know how to master data-driven storytelling in just 3 simple steps. Till then, bye-bye.